Hi everyone, it's John Benko, the Director of Nursing here on the Belfair campus. Sunday, April the 12th, Easter Sunday. If you're celebrating Easter, happy Easter. If you're still in the midst of Passover season and you celebrate that, all the best to you as well. I took my temperature this morning. It was 98.5 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm reminding all of you to take your temperature and monitor your health. If you have a temperature above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or any other symptoms of any illness, we're going to ask you to follow your call-off protocol and do not report to work. Of course, we monitor the health of all of our residential clients, taking their temperatures at least twice a day, monitoring them for any illness, and at this moment, we have no current residents with any symptoms of COVID-19. I want to do a little bit of a review during this COVID-19 update, and what we want to focus on first is going to be social distancing. Whenever possible, you want to get as much room between you and your fellow coworkers or clients, 6 feet whenever possible. We also want to have some good practices. Stay in your work area. Now is not a time to be aimlessly visiting from work area to work area. We want to try to keep folks as separated as possible. We want to make sure that we avoid groups whenever possible. Some of these things aren't available to us when we're doing the essential work that we do, but we do have to make the best use we can of phones, radios, technologies, whatever we can to limit contact with persons we don't necessarily have to be in physical contact with when we're taking care of our daily tasks. That'll be helpful and it'll keep us all both safe and healthy. I also want to review during this COVID update just a couple of things that have come up. We've had some questions about what will happen if you're an essential worker and you've been exposed to someone who's been diagnosed of COVID. So you've got what we refer to as a positive exposure. Well, what we're going to want you to do, of course, is monitor your health and your temperature. Do that before you come to work. Wear a face mask if you've been exposed to a positive contact, and practice social distancing as much as you can. We want to make sure that everyone stays safe and healthy. Those new guidelines have been put out both by the CDC and the state of Ohio, and we wanted to make sure you're aware of them. And if you have any questions, of course, we can review them whenever we need to. Had some other questions come up. We've had some questions about if there are a good deal of children who are in the detention center or the correctional system here in Ohio, and if they've seen a big increase in cases. I'm happy to report that we've been notified, as well as I've looked up some data effective yesterday, that there are no positive cases in any of the Ohio Department of Youth Services facilities where any child has been tested positive. So there's zeros across the board. We're happy to report that. There was some question came up. So again, just want to make sure that we're all aware of that. Those reminders aside, the biggest thing we want to talk about is stress. This is not a comfortable time for anyone. We know that as essential workers, we've got a lot going on, both here at work and at home. So we need to do what we can to alleviate stress. Stress, in addition to being uncomfortable, has a pretty strong effect on your immune system. So it's something that needs to be balanced. We know that your immune system is affected negatively by stress. And right now, we all need as strong an immune system as we can possibly have. So you need to do what you can to mitigate that stress, whether that's going for a walk, just getting enough rest, eating well, and talking to somebody. If you need some help, reach out, ask for help if you need it. We, of course, have an employee assistance program here on all the agency areas. So you can reach out to your supervisor, or you can call HR, or you can email me at bankoj@wingspancg.org. That's it for today. I hope you had a chance to get outside or at least talk to some family and relax a little bit. Appreciate everything that you do, and I just want to say thanks for all of that. In the meantime, wash your hands and stop touching each other. We'll talk soon.